Hello.
Yay!
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I won't go into it.
How are you?
Drained, man. Drained.
Yeah.
This fucking life is killing me.
Really?
Have you got wine?
I've got fizzy water and red wine, but
Cheers, then.
cheers. Having a day of it.
Oh, fucking hell, man. It's getting there. I wasn't put on this earth to deal with technology, Kev. I'll tell you that.
How are you finding technology difficult, James?
I've got a laptop now. I've got this Dell laptop, and
Okay.
I've collected it to the LG monitor with the keyboard and everything, basically the setup that will be in the shed. So
Right.
I've gone from working on a laptop to having a 34-inch widescreen monitor, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And, same as in Garage, in Logic, where you can see like 50
Yeah.
50 bars of a track all at
Mhm.
once. In Excel, you can see, 50 columns of
Lines,
spreadsheet.
columns, data.
Yeah. So that's all cool. But like Enterprise, they're just so American, no offense. But they
None taken.
have everything is a portal or a system, or, everything is through something. And there's so many buzzwords. And then I have to phone American people, like, how can I help you today? And it's like, oh
Excuse me.
God,
Yeah,
just
and everything's an acronym.
it's too much. Yeah, it's just too much. And,
I know. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I prefer to speak personally. I prefer to speak in full sentences.
Yeah.
Rather than abbreviate everything. Just lose out on the nuance constantly. I know it's an R&D, Jeff, but this particular person, like, the R&D means nothing to me.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
There's so many of them, and of course they've all been working for years with this.
Yeah.
We're like the new, the
Yeah.
distance retarded cousins that have come to stay, and they're
Always. Yeah.
So yeah, it's painful. But
How's the shed going?
Fucking lush, man. I just took some pictures. I'll send you one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got a ceiling. I have a ceiling.
So the beams were still exposed in the last picture. So they put that up since, I guess.
Yeah. Has that got the? Yeah, that's got the ceiling in it. Feast your eyes on that. Check out my windowsills, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper windows.
I mean yeah, and all of those walls at the moment, he's put in really thick metal struts down each side, and then there's fiberglass that have gone in there, and then there's a gap of about half a centimeter, just a vapor gap, and then there's MDF, and then this stuff, whatever that is, but it's solid as hell.
What stuff? The blue stuff?
Whatever that is, yeah, it's, wall.
Does he put up MDF?
Well, I don't know. He put up like
plasterboard, isn't it?
He plasterboard it, yeah, behind that. Well, that, I guess that's plasterboard, yeah, whatever that is. But there's two lots of it, so there's been,
right. I think you sent an earlier photo through with like a close up of the frame, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with so you could see the layers, as it were.
Yeah.
Of what's in there. Yeah, that's right. There you go. So yeah, so you've got
yeah.
So you can see the metal, and then it's ape shit. It sounds so different in there.
I bet.
It's really like dead sound,
Yeah. I saw that you put some baffles on as a link. Was that a list of stuff you're buying, or you've been looking at?
That's the list that I've been looking at. Yeah.
Right. Hence the speakers that you're not going to get.
Yeah, that I want, but I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, I've got some big.
How much are they, those speakers?
Oh, I don't know, 300 quid. Everything's 300 quid, isn't it?
Pretty much. Yeah. Did you see the picture I sent you?
Uh, hold on, which one? I saw the waves thing with the 10%. I went on there. It's like 50% discount, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, Acoustic Attack.
Yes.
No, I missed that. Acoustic Attack
Yeah,
AGX
look.
Tone Shaper preamp. Okay, all
This
right,
I got it for 30 quid. I don't know
all
what it
right.
retailed out, but it's the things. It's fucking. It's solid as fuck. It's like
Yeah.
all metal. Like even these knobs are all knobs are plastic, but like it's all metal casing all throughout. It's really heavy, and yeah, it's got dry and effect. So you can have this just as a straight DI to take an acoustic guitar into a desk for recording.
Oh, okay, right, yeah,
Right, so it
yeah.
can be used, or you can have it so as a true bypass, right? But it'll obviously convert to XLR, the guitar lead for you.
Yes. So it's nice for
Or
playing live then.
or so for playing live, you can then use it as you actually turn it on, and you can
Yeah.
use it to yes, go straight to the desk from the XLR, yes, but
Yeah.
also then to pass through. You've got basically a 3-band EQ with a sweepable mid.
Oh,
Right, so
okay.
you can do that thing with the mid range and sort of around to see where you want. So,
I found this on the web for 3 bandages with a sweet woman writes you can do that. Check
right.
it out.
Thanks, Siri.
Wow. Siri just pops up and starts talking to you now, does she?
It's triggered.
Triggered.
Like everyone these days.
Yeah, I know. Millennials.
Yeah. So, so you can do that, which is amazing. And then you can also have dry to effect. You've got an output to like as a boost.
Right, yes, you could just use it simply as a lead.
Just use it as a boost. You can use it to get obviously a sweet tone with the
Yep.
with the EQ, but there's also then a wet dry. So you can choose how much of the natural sound comes through of the piezo pickup or whatever pickup system you have, as well
Right.
as the effects from the pedal.
Nice.
Right, so you
Okay,
can put it
cool.
all the way to just effect, right? So it's just everything that's coming out of the pedal, but you can then blend that in with the sound from your piezo, or in the case of you, the piezo and the mic. So you could blend this in that way. So if you want to use this, it's a recording tool as much as anything else, like to get acoustic guitar sounds. If you want a direct DI sound and take that processing out of the door.
Yeah.
At all. So, but from what I've played with it so far, it sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. I just sent you another link to something. Did you see that? Don't laugh.
Have you bought it?
Yeah. Check it out though. The top comes off as a tray.
Yeah.
It's got space to hang wine glasses.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. And then space for wine bottles in there. Fucking awesome.
If anyone does watch this, we should probably share what it is we're looking at.
Yeah. So that's going to go opposite the bright yellow sofa. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. So you're sitting on the sofa. Picture this. You're sitting there and I'm sitting at the desk and I'm mixing some stuff and you think, God, I really could do with some nuts right now. You lean forward, grab yourself a little bowl of nuts, maybe a tea cake.
Yeah.
I think, actually, I'll pop open a bottle of red.
Yeah, why not? Just to complete the...
yeah, that's not the one. We've actually changed that now. But just basic, I mean, sofas are all the same, aren't they? Picture that, but sort of bright yellow.
Yeah. But yellow.
Yellow, bright yellow.
So that and that.
Yeah.
Well, it will be a very pleasant place to sit.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
So plasterer comes Friday, and then it's just getting the other bits sorted out. But yeah, it's just they were here all day today. They turned up at lunchtime and left at 5.
That's right, because they gave a week's timeline, did they? So the plasterer's in on Friday, so that's them finished building tomorrow, basically.
Today, yeah, that's done. That's ready to be plastered. So there's no one here tomorrow.
Right.
Plasterer comes Friday, reckons he could probably do it in a day, but if not, he'll come back Saturday morning.
Okay.
And then a couple of days to dry, and then the electrician comes the following Tuesday, depending, to basically, cut holes and put the plugs in. All the wiring's done behind the scenes, so he just cuts puts some switches in, basically. Yeah, and then shelves and shit.
So you had fun with weasels?
Yes, had lots of fun with weasels. The whole well, the first thing was the horns section. There's like the 7-piece horn section, which I don't think is in GarageBand. Found that on there on Logic.
I had to download it.
Oh, right.
So when I first listened to the tune, it played without the horns, and that's what I said in that text. It was like, it was so kind of confusing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? This song makes no sense. And then it took about it because it's big. So yeah, you're right. It's not in GarageBand because it was about 2.5 gigs.
I didn't have to download it, so I guess it's just in the latest update for Logic. You'll get it next time you update it, I guess.
Well, I also think it probably is like the producer kits I had to download as well, and I think that's probably because it wasn't installed native to the hard drive, whereas yours was installed in. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, that would make sense because those horns, the most magic moment of that day was when I did the horns and then noticed it had the little plus on the horn thing, like it's got on the producer kits.
Right, yeah.
You put that and it splits it out into like 7 individual tracks of all the horns. So you've got an alto sax and a tenor sax, and then, a couple of trumpets and all the other, and you can pan each one and EQ each one. So
yeah, that's amazing.
I was fucking around with that. Yeah, I did the drums first, the little shuffle, set the swing on about 63%, I think, swing, which is the same as Smile, I think, in terms of the swing percentage.
Okay. And did you press on the little details button at the bottom of the when you have the drummer up with the swing and everything?
Yeah.
There's a little button on the bottom that says details. And if you click on that, you go into another section that allows you to increase the ghost notes and the frequency by which the hi-hat is open or closed.
Oh, sweet.
No,
I spent ages messing around because I sort of knew it wanted to be percussion, but you go into percussion, there's still a billion options, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then you can take out every individual thing. So I found one, I didn't like the hand claps, took them out, put them back in, blah, blah, blah. Just goofing around with it. But did the beat first and then basically wrote it around, started messing around with the horns. But I didn't do it on the piano. I did it on my little sampler, that whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But wrote it around that, really, just the flow of it. And then did the guitars as an afterthought. Really,
right.
There's an Arctic Monkeys song.
Yes, where, I noticed that at the end.
Right at the end, there's and it goes like.
Yeah,
they've got 2 guitars, haven't they?
Yeah.
2 guitarists, and they're panned fully left and right. And when you listen to it on headphones,
and did you just use 2 different amps to get a different sound?
No, I didn't. I used the same amp, but you the different pickups on my telly, basically.
Okay.
But for no real reason, just I flicked through the guitar sounds and just couldn't find one that immediately that I wanted, so I just stuck with that. But kind of rushed doing that. But I like the idea of having 2 guitars that do that call and return thing.
Yeah.
So the kind of the idea is that it sounds like it's one guitarist and it's doing the like the bottom 3 strings and then the top 3. So like you'd be playing it yourself, except that it's panning back and forth.
Yeah.
But they come together on certain chords. So one's doing the offbeat and obviously one's doing the on beat. and then at the end of the bar, there's like a B chord, and they both do that together. So the one doing
Is that the
off-
doodle 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 bit?
yeah,
In between the two, in between the chorus and the verse.
yeah, in between the chorus and the verse. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, if you were going to have a crack at getting a decent guitar sound and redoing those, then
Did I send you a video of Reef?
yes, you did.
Did you
That's-
like?
Yeah, I was expecting to be. That's an old riff of yours, right?
Yeah, is that did you get 0.0 or did you just get Reef?
It was a YouTube video, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I sent it. I put both of them on there, and I can't remember which one I sent you because you can't see it unless you've got the link. It's not a public video.
No, yeah. Just says Reef, and then it's just a YouTube.
Okay. Because there's two separate versions, but
Oh,
I've actually
okay.
created. Does that one have a drum beat on it? I'm playing to a drum beat, right?
To a click.
Okay, there's another one I'll send you the link for where I'm playing to a drum beat. You don't have to forgive me.
You don't have to forgive me. That one. So, just a click. Yeah.
Click. I've got one where I've actually yeah, I'll send you that link. So I've created a Logic track and I've got a drum beat on there that I've just pulled again a virtual drummer in and looped it for now.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually an old riff, and I think that's the original chorus.
Jang, yeah, the chord.
Yeah.
The chords are
But
the chords. Yeah.
But I used in the end, I got rid of the riff and I used it on a different song called Here. This was like 3 or 4 years ago now.
Is this Sleepy House stuff?
No.
Did you do it with them?
No, this is when I first started writing again in Here. Like when I wrote same sort of stuff when I was writing Left of Me and for the first time and everything.
Okay.
Like before Jim's Stag Do, like.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
And even before that, much before that, but so I've written a whole song around that, and that's actually the original riff, but slowed down like by like half to give it that big kind of lollopy.
Yeah. Because you were saying recently you wanted to write something bigger, more rocky.
Yeah, I'm just about
that fits that, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's got and yeah. I mean, I'll pull up we should be able to. If I'll pull up the version actually in Logic, we can just listen to it. But yeah, definitely. And I figure really kind of want to do it and record it like it was like Reef, like one guitar with very little embellishment and one vocal. I personally don't. I've tried recording a little bit of a vocal. You should be able to play this. You don't need to I don't need to share the screen, but is the desk coming through?
Yep.
Hold on. I'll play it from the beginning. That's the drum beat. So again, I've got swing, and I think I've asked it to pull the rhythm, so it's kind of.
So yeah, more laid back. Oh no, it's gone. Yeah. Yep. Oh, so it's really slow.
Now, because I've slowed it down so much, there's a lot of space. So I need to. It's not fast enough for me to just repeat the riff over and over again. Because that trick of it just being bow wow, wah, works like once, maybe twice, but third or fourth time, I think you're going to want to put a little bit of variety in there, just on the way you dismount or something like that, to just give it a little twinkle, if that makes sense.
It's lovely. Oh, my voice is looping.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, it works as a section, but I think if the full speed riff should be in there somewhere. So it could be one of those that you do that for like
well,
4 bars and then just
maybe.
cut out.
No, maybe, but at the minute I've got it in my head that that's the song
Oh, right, at that speed.
at that speed,
Mhm.
and like it should very much be maybe a bridge,
Mhm.
but so maybe something different, and maybe a different at the end. But actually, the main body of the song will be that.
And keep the chords in that you had as well
Oh
for the
yeah, yeah. So
chorus.
it's just about to go into the chorus here.
Yep.
But and again, like there's a dismount there that
Mhm.
needs to be worked on. It goes into a little bridge, basically a little post chorus. Shut up, Siri, for fuck's sake. Like a post chorus, like a breakdown
Mhm.
before it goes back into the verse again. So there's a bit of variety there in the chorus, and I kind of thinking in my head like, yeah, it should have like gospel harmonies and in the
Mhm.
chorus, you know what I mean, to fill all of that empty space that's caused by the big lollopy drum and everything, and fill that up with voices and that
Mhm.
kind of stuff. But want it at that kind of sun-drenched, kind of psychedelic-y rock feel.
Okay. All right. We can do the gospel harmonies, can't we? There's there are in there, aren't they? As a
Yeah, well, I figured we could sing into
sound.
your octave pedal.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, or we could just do auto-tuned versions of ourselves up different octaves.
Oh, that'd be a fun night, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Building up a fucking choir.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, and probably quite fun, right? Like in terms of
Yeah.
how it would sound as the end product. Like,
As long as you pre-write what the notes are, like so
yeah,
you
yeah,
sit down when you're sober and write the notes. So it's like it's this and this and like record it.
yeah,
So it's one vocal, and then yeah, we just come in and spend like an evening
yeah.
drinking wine and recording layer after layer,
Layer
but
of
just
vocal.
but following something that's already there. That would be
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Build that up into
yeah,
a huge cavernous
yeah.
vocal.
But I'll play the vocal that I've recorded so far. But please, you know, I've got 3 takes, and I don't know which one is the one that has any,
Right.
or any of them have any kind of coherence. But really ropey. But you can see what I'm kind of trying to do, like a
Yeah, yeah.
Stone Temple Pilotsy type
You
thing.
are, yeah, you're doing that kind of yeah, that sort of I don't know what the word is. Um, like a discordant harmony against the
Yeah, yeah,
guitar.
yeah, exactly.
Alice in Chains, he does that a lot.
Alice in Chains, not Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Eddie Vedder and
No, that's Stone Temple Pilots is. Oh Christ,
was his
what's his
name
name?
Kim? No, that's the guy from Kim, whatever from Soundgarden, isn't it? I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Oh, anyway, I'm
yes,
sure I'm sure we could look it up, but I can't be
yes.
bothered. But yeah, and the reason I'm doing that is because I don't think I've got a vote. I don't think I've got enough in my range to do. I've been coming to terms with the fact that if I push my voice to try and make it sound anything, I don't have either the vocal control or the ability, one or the other, and I'm not sure which it is, to get the same kind of niceness I can get out of it when I sing quietly.
Hmm.
Right. So I don't know if that's just a matter of technique or whatever that is, or if I just don't have a kind of vocal that can be pushed like that. But so I like with, I was doing breath. Like doing the vocal for that has been a real fucking task because if I sing it the way I kind of hear it in my head, you know, which is loud in parts and quite bombastic, then actually with that mic, just doesn't sound very good. Like there's enough, you know, it just doesn't have any. It's not that I'm going out of tune as such, although sometimes it's. Do you know what I mean? It's all on the edge.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, if I just if I just concentrate on just singing it, not trying to put any volume into it, just getting close to the mic and just controlling the loudness, making it all kind of same loudness. So I'm not doing big fucking notes. That actually my voice does far, far better. Like it comes through far, far nicer.
I mean, it's a muscle like anything else. You know, if you work it out, it's going to get stronger.
Yeah, but I'm singing all the fucking time, James, and
Yeah,
that's not
but
changing. So,
but it's like you know, if you're walking rather than running, you're not going to get
oh, you mean
tight calves. I think you need to you know, I mean, if you do want to stretch it, I think you need to, you know, it's like you need to at the gym, you need to push yourself past your resistance thing, and then you're like your arms are going to ache for a few days, but then the muscle's going to break and grow. It's that. I mean, I did that Pearl Jam tribute thing, didn't I? I don't know if you saw.
I watched that today.
Right. So
you posted it on Facebook or something. Is that
yeah,
why it's in my okay?
Yeah. So that's that. We did the first Pearl Jam album 10 in the actual key, and then played with those guys, and we had loads and loads of practices. Only did like a handful of gigs, but I could not sing those songs when we started. I mean, there's some really big notes.
Yeah,
like Jeremy, like right at the end. You know,
he's ridiculous.
And and in the practice rooms, and I was pushing myself, and you know, where you sing out of your comfort zone, out of your range,
sure.
And your voice cracks and goes, and you hit the notes flat because you can't physically get to that note. And it came after a while of practicing it over and over again, singing my lungs out in the car, but really pushing to the point where I was coughing, couldn't speak. You know.
Yeah.
Not that I'm suggesting that's a, you know, a good, but I think you.
Well, no, I take the point though. I mean, it's. I mean, I'm not singing in anger, like I am singing and I don't mean that like, you know, I'm not doing it to be out there as a frontman. I'm doing it in the quiet of my own shed and then judging the results very in isolation. So I take the point.
And it goes away if you don't use it, absolutely. Because you know, I mean, some Tim Shell stuff I tried to sing along to recently, and I couldn't sing along to my own vocal on way out. So I've, you know, down tuned them so I can play them acoustically and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things you need to, you know, work up to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you want to do with? So you've got some freedom to work now, like, or is that the setup that you had the other day? Was that just a what?
Yeah, it's been packed away now.
Yeah.
So it's in a box, but it's waiting to go in the shed. So I don't really have a lot of.
Until the electrician comes, though, then that's not a.
Yeah, and then it can sit in there. Yeah. So then I can, you know, comfortably put stuff in there and sit on the floor and stuff. So yeah, I think as of next week, I will have. I'll have it all set up in there.
Okay. Well, I've got a version of Breath then that I'm going to put in the drive.
Okay.
And I've sketched out a drum pattern for the bridge. Did you want to hear it?
Yeah. So where you had that gap before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like just thinking now, actually it probably makes, rather than trying to screen share, unless we really want to show something in Logic, if we're doing these and putting them up, Well, I think we need to do two things. The first one is I think we need to work out a way so that we've got separate camera feeds that we can record separately, so we can switch between
Hmm.
when we edit.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I think we need to do, which just means that you need a webcam or something so you can capture this broadcast at your end as well somehow.
Okay. So another camera in the room, you mean? So I could use my phone as a.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. And so that we've got, and I'll do the same, and so we've got two separate video feeds.
Hmm.
The second thing I think we need, or we should do as well, is only share the screens when we want to, because otherwise, like the recording over Zoom, if we are just going to use that, becomes really shitty because we just end up as really tiny pictures at the top right hand side. And
Yeah,
so a
yeah.
lot of what I put up, you've just got a blank screen with nothing happening in Logic, and this
Hmm.
these little two like faces over the top right hand corner.
Yeah, yeah.
So just if we can police each other if we are anyway doing it.
Okay.
Uh,
I need it for this though. If you're going to show breath, can you put that up on
yeah, sure.
the screen? That'd be cool. There's loads of venues closing in Southampton, man. The stables where I went and did an open mic just before lockdown
Okay.
just closed permanently. That's part of a chain as well.
Really?
Yeah. Um, Firehouse is gone. Um,
Where's the firehouse?
that was right in the middle of town. So it seems to be the ones that are
Where the biggest rents are.
with a bit. Yeah, exactly. It's really sad. Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
Hobbit's struggling as well. They haven't reopened yet.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
interesting what'll happen. Like,
there's a lot of the pubs are reopened, like the Weatherspoons and all of those. Obviously, everywhere are open, and they're
yeah.
they're doing well. People just go there to get pissed, don't they? So that's fine. But it's
Yeah.
those little venues that just thrive on live music. That are just
Yeah.
basically a very small bar with a stage in. And if they're open, but there's no live music, people aren't going there, and they're just up against it. It's really horrible.
Yeah.
And there's no gigs, and there's
Yeah. Yeah.
people, like us. It's just a sort of hobby to go and play, but there are musicians out there whose
Yep.
job is to go and play gigs, and they can't sing.
Yep. Yep. We'll just have to. I mean, it will be interesting to see if people do capitalize, because it's just whether or not if the appetite is still there as we come out at the end of it, then these places will reopen because they're assets that have particular things about them that lend them to the business they were, right? Do you know what I mean? They've got what's necessary to be that kind of venue. And if there's people that come out of this that do have cash and there's still an appetite for live music, then places will reopen. It'll just be different owners.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
how much of that is going to occur is the interesting question right now. Like, and is the desire on the public's part to gather in that kind of environment right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's people having fucking public raves. Like,
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's ludicrous. I mean, Peppa Pig World's open 20 minutes from us, and they're all over Facebook, and they're going on about social distancing and stuff, but they're packing them in. I mean,
yeah, of course.
it's a joke.
It's the corporations, James.
Yeah, it's right. They're trying to stop the music. They're trying to kill it because it stops people writing protest songs and
Like
getting their
Footloose.
messages out there. They can sell the NHS. Fuck us all over.
Calm down, Ian.
Enough.
Okay, can you answer one question for me actually about Facebook? Can you see my Facebook screen here?
Yes.
What is a story? And what's a news feed? I didn't say anything about it.
No, you didn't. No.
I probably should have said something about it. Anyway, I will next time. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Thank you.
You can go back and edit it as well. So
Okay.
that's fine. I'll just check that that's happened. Yes, Kevin Goodman tagged you in a post. Well, there you go. I've liked it. There you go.
Oh, James.
If
Have you
valid-
subscribed to my channel?
Yes,
You're one of my 5, are you?
I am one of your 5. Yep, I'm
Awesome.
a subscriber. Just liked it on YouTube as well. There you go.
So breath.
Yep.
Uh, I've just done bass and snare. It's not too dissimilar from that. It's just- but it could be made into something different from there, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's good.
So I think I've got enough takes on the vocal that I can. There's a version that kind of works.
Can you do that if you've got like on that? Where's your vocal?
Here.
So how many takes have you got? Oh shit! How do you do that? Is that? Oh, that's all the original. So if you loop it and you record them over and over again, does it record them each as a individual
Yeah.
take like that? So you can split
Yeah.
them out. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then you
Okay,
can edit between them. So if I
right.
so you see you get this little bar symbol come up.
Yep.
So if I want to take this one, I just draw over there. Actually, I'll take it out of mute so you can see, and then I can extend how much of that take I want as opposed
Move it. Okay.
move.
That's
Yeah, it's sweet. The controls.
that's cool. Yeah.
Just gonna undo that because I think it's where I want it. But um, yeah, you need to. I think with MIDI tracks, it does that. It should do that automatically with audio tracks.
Mm-hmm.
With MIDI tracks, I think it. I don't know. You may have noticed this, or you may have, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. Maybe yours works differently. But I found that if I just loop it, when I first got Logic, if I just looped it, it would add new MIDI to the existing track.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it layers it up, doesn't it, rather than goes over it. Yeah.
Loops. So if you're doing something like piano and you just want to practice and keep playing through all of the time,
Yeah.
you can go up here and set this to region punch for MIDI.
Oh, okay.
And then that way it will do the loop take thing.
Oh, cool.
Rather
Yeah,
than you
that's
having to
useful.
stop and go back and re-record,
Yeah.
you can just
Yep.
keep going, keep practicing. All right, so you sent me the video of the chords for Weasels.
Weasels. Yes. Yeah. Can I just show you the
Do you want me to bring it up on here?
Yeah, if that's all right. I'm just going to grab some more wine and my
Yep.
telly, and maybe I'll play.
Water.
All right.
Yeah, so there she is.
Cool. So if you maybe you could just see the two chicken picking guitar tracks.
Yep.
So they're both that amp, and they're panned. One's hard left, one's hard right, and all I've done is just use the two different pickups on my telly to get a sort of different tone, and that's all. If you maybe just solo those two. Oh yeah, that's what you've done. Yep, you're ahead of me.
Do you want to add the horns as well?
Yeah, you see that chord there, that last one.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
So just after bar 9 there, you can hear that they synchronize and they play the same chord.
Right.
Which is the B. So it's basically just, the first section is all just G, and then on that section they both go to B at the same time. So the one that's doing the offbeat has to change much quicker and just leap into it.
So which one's the offbeat? Top and bottom.
Probably the second one I did. Yeah.
Yes.
So it just changed brown straight in to get that B at the same time, because I didn't want that B to be an offbeat.
Right. Yeah.
And then it does that throughout the song, wherever there's a chord, because a lot of the chords ring at the end of the bar, and wherever that happens, they synchronize basically.
Right.
So that's all. So
Okay.
something to bear in mind. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be really cool for you to get a decent guitar sound, or two decent guitar sounds that fit together, because you're a lot better with electric sounds than I am, and I to be able to pick out two that work together.
Yeah. What I also am, though, is I am a much busier player than you. I think, and I don't mean that in terms of like, I don't mean that in terms of doing like, I just rhythmically, I find it really difficult. Like we found when I was at Rob's, being able to just do like the hits on things. I was really bad at catching it offbeat, so I'll fuck around with it. But yeah,
Okay.
But I can.
Oh, we do one each. You know, you do an on-beat and I do an off-beat. However it works, but
Yeah. Oh no. I'd like to try it. So
Yeah.
you'd like me to keep the same, if I can. You want me to play exactly the same as this, but just with some more radically different sounds attached to it,
Yeah.
and hit those beats.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I like the on and off beat thing, panned left and right. I mean, that was that Arctic Monkeys example, was that I've had that in my head since I heard that song, thinking, oh, that's really cool. I'd love to have a go at that one day.
Yep.
So whether it works on this song, I don't know, but that's what I was trying to do. So
Yep.
yeah, just fuck around. I mean, there's no rules. I mean,
Yeah, I get when I to be honest with you, the two thoughts occurred to me when I heard it. The first one was the Arctic Monkey thing, but the second thing was also that does sound like a downbeat and an upbeat.
Yeah.
A strum.
So,
Not so much as you said the top and the bottom strings. To me, I heard it as a up down and a full bar chord, kind of the string reverse on the way up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely on that G. Most of it's G, because that's the whole.
Stop. If you're going to play, I'll stop sharing for now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So the one that's on the offbeat. So the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just that, and then when I'm doing the offbeat, I'm holding basically just playing.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Okay.
So that together it's a full chord, but again, I mean, that's just the way I did it. I think two different guitars is probably going to sound better and a meatier, bigger sound. But what I really loved was the tone you got when you did that solo. You sent me the solo. You ended up doing the Marty McFly thing, didn't you? Right? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But that tone, that was lovely. That fitted really nicely.
What was that? What was I playing through?
I don't know. You sent me again. It's a YouTube.
Yeah.
But that section that not where you started, but that it went into, which is at the end of the song, which is just E, G, and A. Yeah. That section is built for a solo, yeah.
Yeah, well, so I wanted to ask about that. So this whole section here, what is that? Is that a bridge? Because it sounds like it should go to the third verse. That's why I titled that video "Third Verse."
Yeah, in my head, right? Yeah. So at there's a verse chorus, verse chorus, and then it does the section which is just E, G, and A. So it's.
Is there more lights that you can switch on, James? Because you're really, really dark.
Yes.
Yeah, that's much better.
Much better. So there's so that. Can't think the rhythm is, but it's E. like 4 times through, and then goes to the G,
Right.
which
Yeah,
is
and
where
then it just
and it just waits there. But in my head, I had it as starting as a low note, so it would be and then
okay.
so go
How
straight back into the verse from there, basically.
so?
So
What happens at the end of the moment?
it does do that on the record. It does E, G, and A 4 bars, and then goes to a G for like I think it's 2 bars or maybe.
So what would be the chord it went to after that? Those stabs.
I don't know where you are.
Right at the end of the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So that's
So that's G, is it?
just G. Yeah. Just building back
And
up
these
again,
G's, those stabs are
and
G's.
that's back into the verse.
What's the next chord?
It goes to a B at the end
To
of
a
that.
B. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So that's yeah. Okay. So yeah, that tone was just. It's a clean tone on the katana, going through that band of gypsies fuzz pedal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it really does. And the other thing I was thinking about that is if this was something we did live, then if I learnt it, so it's playing along in the verses, and you could almost have the horn section be that kind of long, sustained electric wow wow. If you were doing it live and we couldn't afford a horn section.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I put there's a small electric guitar part in there
Oh, is there?
that mirrors the horns.
Okay, that's probably what I'm hearing then, because I must be playing along to it.
If you
Is it
put
like
the
what chords was I playing? Is it like then?
yeah, can you put the track back up? And I can show you the set because it's one track and there's only a little section on it. I don't know what it's called. So it's that Heartbroken down there. Yeah. So you can see if you played that and the strings together, maybe just the Mississippi joint and Heartbroken, just those.
The horns,
Yeah.
not strings.
Not strings, horns. Yes.
Yes, okay. So that's what. Yes, okay. And that's yeah. So that's that. There.
Somewhere there. Yeah. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, and it mirrors that last little lick mirrors that last horn lick. But the rest of that note is you're just playing the one
Most
note,
of it is just one note. Yeah. Yeah.
So the only thing I did differently on the part I played was I used because that's that pentatonic right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put a couple of extra licks in there, but I didn't know if that was like you intentionally just wanted it to be that one note, or that's all you've done.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Okay.
just just messing around really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's along the lines of what you're talking about, isn't it? If you had that guitar all the way through.
Yeah, so if you listen to the part I play, that's all just.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obviously not all of the notes that the horns are playing, but it's certainly a note that one of them is playing. And you could replace in sound kind of scape wise live that really saturated fuzz tone with the long sustain to do the same job.
Yep.
But where I am, I was playing that along to sort of practice it, to be honest. I think it's probably better without anything in the verses like you've left it already. With just the horns. carrying all of that and gluing that whole thing together because they are immense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then just my thought would be with the other than the rhythm on the electric guitar, I mean, have no lead at all until the chorus. And I do like the minimalist kind of one note thing. Like I didn't feel like the more I played over that bit, the less it sounded right, if that makes sense. Like
Yep.
you could go all the way up and down on that pentatonic right there, and it all is in tune. But actually, just get like you've done, just getting that last lick, and then maybe a couple of tiny licks in the middle section is probably enough, I would think.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm thinking, trying to approach this thinking about that final mix
right.
and just try not to make it too muddy, because that's been my mistake on everything I've recorded so far, is just to throw too much at the wall to
Yeah.
see what sticks, and then it ends up sounding a bit chaotic in places. So I'm trying to keep it more simple, but the subby bass has got to go as well. That's awful.
So yes, the bass. Yeah. Well, I like this bit. Yes. So how did you play that?
Again, just on the sampler.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What are your thoughts about the bass guitar?
what do you mean?
Am I building you a bass guitar? Or what are we doing?
Oh, I don't know.
When I and again talking about building you a bass, the other thing I was thinking, like the other night after I'd said it to you, I was like, maybe I'll just buy him a quart bass, and then I'll get to have a try on it.
Hello, Freddie.
I got you a present.
We've been sidetracked.
Yes, we have. What were we talking about?
I remember. Oh, basses. The one that I really like, style-wise, is Paul McCartney from the Beatles, original 1966, whatever, which I think is a Hohner,
They are Honers.
That's the style I like. I have no idea what a good bass or a bad bass is. Warwick basses I know are really good, because that's what Paulie used to play.
Daddy,
Oh, and Mick as well, isn't it? Yeah. So I think they're again expensive.
Yeah, very.
But
Daddy.
that's just the shape. If I was looking at a style, because
So
they do kits, basically replicas, don't they? Of
Yeah, well,
shapes.
you can get a Hohner one of those. It'll cost you thousands. You can get all kinds. Yamaha, I think, make a version of that you can get. And my understanding is that they're not either the easiest basses to play or the best in terms of like tuning stability and all of those kind of bits and pieces. Like because they're semi-hollow and stuff. They have a lot of things about them that are. But I don't know. I've never played one. Like I say, the only one I really have experiences with is that one.
Yeah.
But the one that's kind of like the cheapest one out there probably is just a precision style or jazz style bass from Fender, right? That kind of Squire bass.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll keep an eye out, and I might have a quick look on Tinternet, and maybe that's something we talk about when I come up. Definitely that weekend at some point, depending. Yeah. All right. I better go. Really, I've got to put this.
I'll play with the bass. I'll play with the guitars.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, man.
All right, man. Speak to you soon. See you soon. Bye.